Why don't we just turn these guys loose and let's just start calling the game?
Yeah. And we got the names right. Is that Oscar and Michael,
the
right?
names are correct here, but I have some back-end work to do with the overlays that I have not done.
Okay.
Because we were scrambling to get going. So I will set that up and get that going here in just a minute. Now, other thing that's irritating,
the
base did not update correctly. That is a 25 HP base.
So the judges have graciously offered these gentlemen a couple extra minutes since we were the ones holding things up.
Nope, did that wrong.
We going?
Yeah, I think they're going.
Are we going?
I don't know. Are we?
You're mumbling into the mic. I'm trying to talk about the game.
I'm trying to get things fixed up correctly. There we go.
Everything.
Okay. Sorry.
All right, here we go. Well, now they've got to figure out which side is which. One of them space. You can't have space on ground. There we go.
So your matchup, briefly, I suppose I should talk about this. This is your matchup, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking at Bossk and Pilot Luke. I'm a big fan of this, and you can already see that 2 of my cameras have failed for the morning, which I'm a huge fan of. So, yeah, I got to work on that.
Okay.
At least the overhead camera is working, and that's the most important view that we need.
So they've given these guys a couple extra minutes because they were waiting on us to get going. I don't think either one of them's really going to need it, Wes. I see lots of red things flying around, and red doesn't take time.
I find it unlikely that a game with Tarkentown in it is going to have a problem going to time.
Probably not.
I really feel like that's not going to be an issue.
And they're just building up and go, ooh, that is a pretty Kylo's fighter. It's the here we go.
All right, all right, let's get caught up here. So we had a little green Squadron A-Wing action coming in. And then, goodness, Trey, here's a card I haven't seen in a hot minute. That is
rich reward. That's rich reward.
That's a rich reward.
So when you kill that thing, you get to take the bounty you get to give an experience token to each of up to 2 units. So I'm going to guess. Oh, the lights are off. Eyes adjusting. I'm old. So we spoke with Michael before the tournament. He came in, introduced himself. Apparently, Wes is evangelizing other games when this is not enough for you. And Michael said he was looking at the metagame, and he just saw all of these bountied units that come with bounties, the kind of undercosted units with bounties. And he was like, I'm just going to play Bossk and try and see if I can get some value off of what these guys are doing.
I think there's value in this kind of a meta call right now. You're seeing a lot of Cartel Turncoat, right? A lot of cheap yellow space. A lot of the Han 4 space decks run that unit. You occasionally see it in Kazuda as well. And here we go. We're going to see Tarkentown activated early following that Bossk ping, and that's going to pick up some XP here for the Kylo's TIE silencer.
So we lost an HK unit on Michael's side, and I didn't see how we lost it. It was a 4 health.
What I think happened.
Oh, he shot it. He shot it with Luke. I see what it is.
I think the indirect damage from the Y-wing attack went there, and then Luke took care of it when he swung in.
Yeah, I think that would have been. I think that's a slight misplay on Michael. Oscar picked up a little advantage there because because Luke, that particular Luke, is not super well known in the metagame, and so Michael didn't grok that he was going to be able to get that 4th point of damage in, and he lost. It was a big hitter there that he lost. It would have been. It would have probably done, 6 or 7, 8 points of damage throughout the game. A little bit on the back foot for Michael. Oscar picking up a little advantage here. Oh, that's the leader, red leader. So when he puts a pilot on there, he gets to make an X-Wing token. We might see some X-Wing tokens here in a minute. Now, he did have to pay full value for that red leader. That particular red leader says, I know because I play that Poe deck, and I play this card a lot, for every pilot and every piloted vehicle you have, so like if you have your pilot can either be on the ground or driving something, it gets 1 cheaper, just like it said there on the screen. And so oftentimes you get to play that for like as a 2-drop later in the game.
One of my favorite cards in the game, ladies and gentlemen, Pilot Vader out of JTL coming in on the Kylo's tie. Big Bada Vader. I love that.
Bada boom.
Big Bada boom. A lot of impact. That is one of the most high-impact pilots you can play. I love playing that card. I particularly love it in Vader 1 right now, right? We have access to that card still to go with Vader 1, but sadly, Vader himself will be rotating out of the game soonish. Okay.
Let's see what's going on. We've got a board advantage still over here to Michael, but as soon as that Luke flipping is, it's going to cause a lot of pain here in a moment. It's been a while since I've seen Luke. Could you pop him up on the screen real quick again?
Certainly. Let's take a quick peek at Luke.
6 or more. When you flip him over, he does crazy things when he's piloting ships. Because he's the hero of Yavin.
He's incredibly strong when you actually get him to pilot. We're not quite there yet. We're going to see Poe Dameron come into the ground arena here. A lot of JTL cards here in a pilot-centric deck, as you would expect for Oscar.
He's going to get another one. He plays that Poe Dameron, and Poe Dameron makes his own X-Wing. And then Poe Dameron lets you play him on the ground and then pop him over to be on something in space. And by putting him on the red leader, he's going to get a second X-Wing here. That's pretty cool.
That's exactly how it should work, is my understanding, based on the red leader text. Let's pull it up again just to make sure we're interpreting this card correctly. So he made the X-Wing for Poe, and when a pilot upgrades attaches him, create an X-Wing token. So that one play, he generates 2 quick X-Wing units out of that.
And
Michael coming in with one of my favorite cards that I'm going to miss when it rotates out. Big aggression here.
I don't know what the morph creature is doing there.
So they're faking an X-Wing token. He only has the one X-Wing token.
I'm kidding. How do you have one X-Wing? You play the red leader, you have one. Come on, man.
That's probably the first time he's ever actually gotten it to work that way.
And it died immediately. That's so sad.
Yeah, it is sad. But that aggro card is exactly the kind of reason that you play double red. Like, I'm going to miss that card. It has so much utility in double red decks, and I love double red. All right, now I got the player cameras back working again. Let's have a look at the hand cameras. Ooh, what are we doing? Oh, we're going boss to base here.
Come on now. Oscar's being a gentleman over there, but I'll get a little bit cross with people if they reach over and start touching my stuff.
Okay. So we've got 2 more from the crack shot and what should be 7 out of Vader. He's going to ping it. He's going to ping it 1 with Vader's, ping one of the X-Wings with Vader's text, and then I think he's putting, should be 9 more to base here.
So we've got a 3 from the Kylo ship. We've got a +1 from the token, from the upgrade token.
And then 3 more from the pilot.
From the pilot. So that's a total of 7 from the Kylo. And then
2 more from the crack shot V-Wing.
Michael's being extremely helpful here, but come on, let's
So by my count, we should be at 16 damage on. They're at 17 on. I'll take it. I might have been off 1 somewhere. No, there we go. I had it right. 17 on. Yeah, 16 health remaining. There we go. So Michael,
you got that 33-point base. What's 16 and 17?
33.
There you go.
Yep. Michael out to an early lead here with Bossk Tarkentown. A larger space presence than I think I would have anticipated out of a Bossk deck, but he's absolutely making it work. Now, Luke's going to come into that space arena this round. We are going into the 6 resource turn, so it's going to be probably a strong turn for Oscar, depending on what he does with his 6 resources this round. He is on the button, always where you want to be on your leader resource turn. On your leader deploy turn. Ooh, another big play here out of Oscar. We're getting rid of Vader Pilot. No, that's the wrong card, but I'll pull it up in a minute. But yeah, that's the disabling vehicle. I hit the button next to disabling the disabling Fang Fighter. There we go.
Anybody who was sitting around waiting for us to jump in, I think this is what they want to see, the hitch and the get-alongs, the little bit of getting back into the groove of broadcasting.
Yeah, it has been a minute. Chat said something about it's been a long time since I've done this. It has been a hot minute since we did a PQ. The last PQ I did was the first week of October back in Lubbock.
21.
Bossk swings in for 4 more.
That's an interesting choice on his part. I would think that if you were in Michael's shoes, you'd be wanting to get those.
I would be
units out of the way.
So in Michael's shoes, what I probably would have done there would have been to clean up the clean X-Wing, which is where I expect Luke to deploy, which is exactly what's happening. I probably would have gone ahead and thrown my little forged starfighter into it right there.
Well, I don't think you want to play defense here, but I do think Luke is about to kill a bunch of your space units, so you want to get those attacks in first.
Exactly. Well, and you also want to control where he deploys. So now you've got to deal with 1 more HP on Luke. Whereas if you forced him to deploy to the ready X-Wing that you've already got 1 damage on,
that's true if that's what you're trying to do. But given that Oscar's already at 21, I think Michael's just trying to hit his base before Luke can attack a second time.
Well, that's fair. And we also don't know what Michael has in his hand. He's got all of his resources available. He didn't resource this round. That's noteworthy. He is going to continue to push base damage here.
Yeah, you want to push. You're Michael. You're close enough. You want to push the base damage through. Try to get this in. But see, if he had attacked with one of the other 2 ships, he might have gotten another.
If Oscar's swing into base here, I think that's a mistake. But that's what he's doing. He's going to go ahead and I think he could have taken out 2 starfighters there. He could have traded easily into that forged and killed the Kylo's tie there, but instead he goes to base for what should be 6.
All right, but he made Michael think about having to deal with Luke instead of just pushing. Michael's only 8 damage from winning, and that starfighter that he threw away right there, the crack shot, that was a quarter of what he needed left to do.
Yeah. The X-Wing going to base here is also, I think, a bit of a surprise. I don't think I would have done that, but
no, I think Oscar scared Michael in that attack. I think I definitely would have, in Oscar's shoes, I would have expected Michael to keep throwing his dudes into my base, but instead Oscar went after Michael's base, and Oscar going after Michael's base made Michael think that Oscar thinks he can race him.
Could be.
And I'm not sure I'm not sure that was a winning strategy unless he knows something that I don't. All right, he's playing a salvage, so he's going to get one of his spaceships back.
He's going to get something back with a damage on it. It looks like he's going to bring back the Y-Wing.
Yeah.
Solid call. That'll help him make up some ground possibly. Michael's sitting on an aggression. He's going to use that to burn Luke for 4 damage and then draw a card.
See, that is one thing he could have done, but if he'd have thrown both of those ships into Oscar's base, then he could have just claimed and won the game.
Right. Could have claimed right there and Bossk takes care of it.
And then Bossk finishes the game off.
Yep.
Oh, well.
I think Michael's still firmly in the driver's seat here. I think he has the most direct path to a win. But he might have been able to pull it out this turn. He follows things up with a Dengar into the ground arena, the old cheapo 1-cost Dengar out of Shadows.
Making things a little bit tougher on himself.
Yep. He does draw into some decent stuff in his hand there. Let's have a look at both players' hands for a minute. Okay, I've got to position these cameras a little differently, but I'll work on that.
I do believe Michael drew another Kylo's TIE fighter. I did see that.
He does have another. Yeah, he drew a Kylo's tie and something else in there. Looks like a Death Mark. No, he resourced the Kylo's tie. He kept a TIE bomber and a Death Mark.
A Death Mark.
I think the early pressure from Michael here is gonna do Oscar in. I have a hard time envisioning because Oscar's at least 2 turns from being able to seal this game up. But well, Michael only has to swing with Bossk twice. That's it. Two leader attacks and we're there.
But you've got 9 damage coming from, well, now 3 more. So you got 12 damage coming here from Oscar. So he's on the verge of being that close anyway.
Yeah.
And then, all right, so we're
going to put a Death Mark onto the X-Wing, which then Dengar allows it to just instantly die.
Yep. And he's going to draw some cards. Again, this feels extraneous. Michael could just go win the game, man. This is what I tell.
Well, I think he's looking for like maybe a daring raid or something to kind of help seal the deal. In fact, it looks like he's drawn into 2 daring raids, if I'm reading his hand correctly. And Bossk plus 2 daring raids will win him the game this turn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
He did get 4 card draws out of that. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
He drew 4 cards.
Because Bossk is on the board. There we go. Yep, 15 damage on for Michael. 10 HP remaining for player 2 on the right-hand side of your screen. 2 from Dengar leaves Oscar with only 6 HP remaining.
Not sure what Oscar can do at this point. We've got to get 1 hit in with Bossk and then 1 daring raid ends the game.
Bossk and a daring raid will seal this up for Michael. And that Death Mark, open fire coming in on Bossk. You better swing with Bossk now before he finds another way to get rid of him. And he does.
Oscar's just hoping he can do something.
Michael should win the game on his next action.
Yeah, Oscar's going to get some damage.
Oscar's going to take some, looks like 4 more to base here out of this Y-Wing attack.
1 damage from the attack and then 3 indirects.
3 more from the indirect. In theory, he could also soak up the indirect on Dengar. He's not going to need Dengar. But he also knows he doesn't need anything else other than the daring raid in his hand, and that's the game. Game 1 going to Michael, going to Bossk Tarkentown with a meta choice here. Game 1 in Austin. Put the daring raid up so you guys. Most people know what that card is, but I always like to be consistent. There we go. All right, so these guys now get a chance to go do sideboard things while they're doing that, I am going to fix up a couple of other odds and ends here. Let's see. I didn't ask where they are both from. I'm going to assume Oscar is from Austin, but I'll go ask him in a moment.
Just put Earth in there. They're both from Earth, as far as we know.
The good news is that, hey, I know what round it is, and everybody's record is 0-0, so that's easy.
What an interesting deck box over there for Michael.
What?
Yeah, he had a little – he's got what looks like just a standard SWU deck box, whose name I can't remember. But then he's got this little sleeve, almost like one of them little credit card wallets, but it's got like some logos on it, and it's specifically for the sideboard.
Okay. All right, Trey, while these guys do a little sideboarding, I'm going to go try to – I think the table mic is turned off, and I can go fix that. That's a simple button to push. Entertain the audience for me, and I'll be back in about 60 seconds.
Well, I can't – you don't have the camera on me. I can't do like dancing and waving.
No, you can't do dancing and waving, but what you can do is just talk. Talk about the match. Talk about what you think these guys might be sideboarding, Trey.
I don't know what they're sideboarding.
I mean, it's either. You tell me, buddy. I'll be right back.
They are doing a lot of thinking here for this sideboard. This is maybe they're pulling out. There's some. Maybe they have a couple cards main deck that are specifically for control to kind of bust through. Maybe they've got something that busts through a Sentinel or something, and they're pulling those out to get more aggressive. Oscar's going to be on the play here, so he'll go first. Well, that usually will change an aggressive matchup. I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, we should have player audio now. Well, we don't yet, but I'll go work on that in the background. All right, there we go. All right, now I'm glad I asked because Oscar is, in fact, from San Antonio and not Austin. Antonio. There we go. So now when I push this button, it does some shenanigans. Yep.
I love Michael's sleeves. Those are some of the prizes you get at the larger event prize walls.
All right. Now,
really nice sleeves.
Now I can do this. There's our head-to-head. There we go. Outstanding, ladies and gentlemen. So now I can go back and we can introduce our players here briefly. So there's our matchup screen. On the left-hand side of your screen, of course, you've already met Oscar. He is from San Antonio. The camera's a little crooked. I'll have to fix that later, but not right now.
He got to drive very fast on the way here.
Yeah, he did, coming right up 130, I bet.
Yep.
That's what I would have done. And on the right-hand side of your screen, of course, there is Michael. And I'll have to work on that hand camera position. I don't like that being in my way. I'll fix that later. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to the good stuff.
So we've got
getting lined up for game 2.
Oscar's ready to go. Oscar was happy with his draw. He put his 2 resources down. He's ready to rock. Michael needed a little bit more help. He was not a fan of his opening 6.
Okay.
Shuffled them back up. Let's see if these are any better.
Okay. Now,
I've got a bounty, an aggression. 2 bounty. Oh, no, that's a arm.
all right. Now, they can hear player audio, but we can't. How irritating. Something else I've got to work on. Why can we not hear this?
One day you'll figure all this out.
I know, right? Well, I've had this set up before, but I've slowly, I make adaptations and kind of changes. Oh, wait, I think I know what to do. Maybe? No. Maybe? No. I'll work on it. Anyhow, but this is definitely something, the setup is always evolving, right? I'm definitely always changing things. Sorry, I got your cable day, didn't I? My apologies.
Just jerk my head down.
Yeah,
right.
Sorry about that. We should talk about the game. What did we do here? He played a guild target onto, what was on Anakin's interceptor.
We got an Anakin's interceptor that got a bounty that immediately got shot by Bossk, and then Tarkentown,
and it was a guild target, so it put 3 damage.
Yep.
Onto
so he got the big bounty out of that one because he happened to play a unique unit.
Yep. A busy first turn here for Michael on the right-hand side of your screen.
Now let's see if he can pull off the Holy Grail play with your TIE Bomber there, putting a Vader on him.
Vader on TIE Bomber is one of the best plays you can open with in Red Villain. I love it because the unit can't be taken down, and it can't be Fel the Dragon.
Right.
You have to interact with the unit in some fashion to kill it.
But he does not have that.
He does not, unfortunately, which is unfortunate. But that is one of my favorite openings. I absolutely love that opening. However, Oscar
start a Luke's X-Wing, whatever it is, red 5.
Yep, strong unit of his own here.
It's a strong unit, but on the other, you have to deal the first point of damage to do the 2 damage.
Yep.
And so by not having something that can like crash into the TIE bomber, he's not going to be able to kill it immediately.
Yep.
Oscar's distributing some indirect here from this bomber. He's got 2 on the on the X-Wing and 1 on his base.
Okay. So he spreads the love around a little bit, which is exactly the kind of thing that Michael probably loves to see. Now, he can't ping he can't ping Bossk. He doesn't have a bounty on it. Now, there we go. I was like, what are you doing?
Yep. So Oscar made kind of a smart play there. He, in case you might not have noticed, he left 2 health on his X-Wing just because he knew that Michael might be playing a bounty, which would then get killed by Bossk if he tried to load it all onto the X-Wing. Now, Oscar's going to have to attack immediately because Bossk will kill that thing instantly if he doesn't.
Yeah, Oscar's first action, if he wants anything out of this X-Wing, he's going to either have to put a pilot on it.
He could put a pilot
or
on it.
he's going to have to swing with it. Like a Poe pilot would not be a bad choice right here.
If he
maybe
puts a Poe pilot on it, if he puts any sort of pilot on it, he's going to walk right into an aggression here.
I mean, possibly.
No, there is. We've seen it in Michael's hand.
Well, we know he's in his deck, and I think that's the trick,
right? We saw it in his opening hand.
Okay, I haven't looked that close.
I've been clicking around.
I've been busy.
You've been busy, and I'm watching cards.
Yes.
I drove all this way because I wanted to watch cards.
I'm glad we're having this chat.
And he gets the
He
pilot.
does. He comes in with the bigs.
So that's going to kill the TIE bomber. Unless he deals with it, that's going to kill the TIE bomber in one swing.
He can trade into the bomber for free, essentially.
So now Michael has to make a choice.
But
he had one in his opening hand. I don't see him snap playing an aggression here, and I don't see a 2. Oh, he doesn't have one.
No,
he
doesn't.
did have one in his opening hand.
What is he
I guess he
sitting on in
resourced
there?
it. Now Oscar,
he's got to stay on target and something else. Okay.
Okay, so he's
the droid missile platform.
He's given up the TIE. Interesting.
TIE bomber. Yeah, I think I would have gone ahead and swung with the TIE bomber there before I played the missile platform myself.
Just wanted to make sure.
Missed an attack.
Now, he has an opportunity here. He's going to go ahead and ping it. I don't think I would have bothered. I think I would have claimed right there. Because he could have opened next turn by just trading the platform and getting some indirect damage on the base.
Oscar
has
3 resources left to play something.
Oh, so he knows then that there's going to be something else coming.
Action.
That's fair. Yep.
And then by doing this, Michael now
that's a good point.
Can smoke that X-Wing in one shot with Bossk.
Yep. But I still think Michael needs to claim here. He's only got 1 resource standing. If he claims here,
it's a May. You don't have to kill it. Oh, he could kill the bounty.
He can kill the death mark.
He can kill the death mark.
So that's a big deal. That prevents the ping from going off.
That prevents the Bossk ping.
Now Michael,
so we'll put another one on.
Now Michael has to replace that bounty with another one.
But he is going to lose the droid. Well, I don't know if he probably lose the droid.
I don't know, man. If I'm Oscar, I'm going base here.
You think so?
Yeah,
all right.
For sure.
Because you've got one ping from Bossk is going to make the droid bomber bigger.
Yeah, but get in while you can, right? You're only up against a 25 health base. Every opportunity you get to push damage, I feel like it's never a bad call.
Now you know what he did miss.
What?
Oscar did miss shooting the droid bomber with Luke.
He did indeed.
He could have put that first damage on.
He could have, but he also might have wanted intentionally. That might have been an intentional decision to make sure that he kept initiative.
Maybe.
Still plenty of HP for Oscar to play with here. That's the advantage of Data Vault, coming in with an 8 health advantage over Michael.
He's trying to pull in the full advantage from the bounty that he's got there so that he has 2 units to put those experience tokens on.
Well, and when he pings, now punishing 1 will ready.
All right, so we're about to have a big turn. We're at 5 resources. So
yeah, okay. So he drove the Fang Fighter into punishing 1. Oh, I don't think. No. I think you ping right there. That way Luke can't kill your punishing 1.
You ping right there, and then it gets you the bounty.
Okay. Ooh. The ping right there gives him the bounty. He can only claim it once, but they each get an experience, and then he doesn't. And then he can get the experience and ready punishing 1.
And the droid guy hits for an extra 1.
He just missed out on a bunch of damage, unfortunately.
So he did 4. He could have dealt 9.
Yep. Jedi Starfighter, definitely not a car Michael's excited to see. But a card that's become very popular in a lot of red hero space decks just because it trades well into so many things with that 4 HP. And we did see Bossk deploy. Michael's going to claim here after he put four more into the base with Bossk. And then one last Starfighter there for Oscar on the left-hand side of your screen. A simple Green Squadron A-Wing.
It's an interesting match in that I think it does a good job showing that it's not just rock, paper, scissors, does my deck beat your deck. We've seen a lot of decisions that seem like they might have swayed this game one way or the other.
Yeah, I feel like Michael had an opportunity there. I mean, he should be, what did we say, about 4 or 5 more damage ahead than where he is right now.
He should have 5 more damage.
And punishing one would still be on the board.
And punishing one would still be on the board.
Raider's going to come in and throw him a bone here. He's going to get 2 to base and clean up this red 5, which is going to allow him to claim that bounty multiple times.
Yep, he's going
to get 4 total experience tokens. Somebody's going to get doubled up.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to double up on the... There we go. So we doubled up on the droid missile platform.
That's another interesting choice because by not being able to attack with that Raider this turn, he's losing the damage that token would have given him.
Well, so you're right. In theory, he could have doubled up on Bossk and the missile platform. Yeah. But I don't think that's a bad call.
I don't know that it's a bad call. It's a decision that he made.
Yeah.
To not take that damage for whatever benefit you're going to get from having 7 health this turn on the Ruthless Raider.
Now this is Luke's deploy turn as we see him hop onto that A-Wing. So now Michael has an opportunity. He could just crash this missile platform for 6 right into Luke. It won't be enough to kill him. Luke has 8 HP, but he's going to put 6 damage onto the A-Wing, and then when the droid missile platform dies, Oscar has to absorb 3 more indirect damage. Mm-hmm. All of it going on the Jedi Starfighter. See, that line I don't mind. I think that line is more about fighting over the board. You know, with the doubling up on the droid platform, knowing you're about to have to deal with a leader. Stay on target coming in. Wonder who he's playing it on. Presumably Luke.
What is this?
Stay on target. He gets a plus. He has to attack the base with a +2 on one of his space units, and when that happens, he gets to draw a card as long as some of that damage goes to the base. So it's 3, 7, 9. Should be 9 to Michael's base, if my math is correct. See, attack with a vehicle. It gains +2, and when it deals base damage, you draw a card, so it replaces itself. A brilliant card in these space decks. And then Luke puts 3. His attack damage goes to Bossk. There we go. 15 damage on for Michael.
Did Luke attack?
Luke is not exhausted, but he did attack. Yes, okay. And then Bossk is going to swing in for 5 more right there. 14 damage, 14 HP remaining for Oscar. Michael just attacked, so it's Oscar's play. Oscar's action, I should say.
Another thing that is done by not putting that counter on Bossk is that you're going to take 2. It's going to only take 2 shots from.
That's actually a fair point.
To kill Bossk.
Whereas if you doubled up on Bossk, he would have 7 HP and it would take more. Mm-hmm. I can't quite make out who we've got there.
So let's just.
I think it's BB-8.
Theorize this different sequence.
No, it's R2-D2.
We've got 5 damage from that one turn that Michael had that didn't get done because of the sequencing, and then 1 more damage.
And that's
put 6 more on Oscar's base here.
1, 2 more damage there. So now we're in a position where 1 swing from Luke is really threatening here. Chat saying that Luke could still have pinged after Michael's action. Yes, but the difference is that punishing 1 would have had an experience token. Yeah. So it would have been a 4/5 with 3 damage when Luke's ping hit. So it would not have died that round. Correct. It would have still been on the board the following round. I think that's one last red 5 there that.
Yep.
That
another
he came
red
in
5.
with.
Now this is going to do a lot more damage with its ability.
All right. Now, yeah, so what's going to happen here, it looks like we're going to trade into Luke with the Raider and deal 2. I'm guessing he's probably going to put 2 on the Jedi Starfighter and 2 on the base. That's what he can do a 2-for-1 trade here. Oh, and it doesn't even – no, it's not a trade. He doesn't actually kill the because it's an A-wing, he only takes a few damage. He doesn't take enough damage back. Interesting. But he does clear Luke.
I think if you're in Michael's spot, you kind of wish it had traded.
Yeah, I think I would have wished – now, in fairness, Oscar's in a bit of a pickle here because he's not required to use the Jedi Starfighter text when he swings in. He can decline to put damage onto that Raider, which I would in his shoes. We're going to start with 3 to base here out of red 5. 5 HP remaining.
So he is just going to
Oh, he is going to kill. Oh, I think that's a misplay by Oscar. So the red 5 damage he's assigning to the Raider.
Yep.
And 2 to base there. So Michael able to clear this Jedi Starfighter before it swings in.
So we've got 13 damage left.
I'm off by 1. There we go.
13 damage left that Michael needs to do. 5 damage left that Oscar needs to do.
Michael pushes Bossk to base, and now both players finally in single digits here in game 2.
Now they get the
Now we've got to build for the next turn. Who's going to get over the finish line first here? Neither player can do it with the cards they have in play. There we go. Now Oscar showing lethal if he claims with his next action. But it will take him 2 actions to get there.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm behind on chat. I don't know if that's what the audience. Oof.
Yeah, we talked about it briefly. See, Oscar. So I don't think I would have done the crack shot. Yeah, it feels like we're kind of going a little overkill here. Oscar did claim there. A play that I like. Michael kind of empties his hand and goes crazy wide here. I'm not sure it's going to matter. I think I think Oscar needs 2 actions, but so does Michael. I think Oscar's an action ahead here.
So thinking about the damage remaining on bases and how much you need to do and who's doing what damage, if Michael had just played that Kylo's TIE Fighter, he needs to do 8. He has 5 out of Bossk. He has 3 out of the ship.
Yeah.
He could, if he had played the Kylo's TIE Fighter, and then Oscar had played one of his attackers, then Michael could have claimed, and then he would have had the first action to get his second hit in.
Yeah.
To win the game ahead of time.
Chat says something saying that it's kind of some sloppy lines. I think sloppy is maybe not the word I would choose, but I share the sentiment, right? In the sense of there are things that both players likely could have done differently. We've got what looks like is that resistance. That's that Resistance Blue Squadron.
That's the Resistance Blue Squadron. So he's actually smoked Bossk immediately.
Yeah.
Doing 4 damage.
Yep.
Now see, Michael keeps shifting between attack and defend here. He's trying to stay alive and then he's trying to kill Oscar and then get scared.
With HK on the board, he is able to push base damage while murdering space units. So that is worth noting.
A little bit.
He can be cleaning Oscar's board and still push a little bit of base damage here. But Michael now down to only 2 HP remaining.
I get the feeling we're going to game 3.
I have a sneaking suspicion we're going to game 3. I feel like missing. Yeah, Michael's like, yep, I don't got it. No way out of this one. And we're going to game 3. Well played by Oscar. I feel like Michael had some lines earlier in that game where he could have been farther ahead than he was there at the end. And I feel like that might have driven some different initiative choices. I think I would have made different initiative choices in those moments. But being behind, well, I don't know. When you play Tarkin Town, you're always behind, really, right? I mean, at any 25 HP base, you're always behind.
You play these 25-point bases. If you're going to be double red and play a 25-point Tarkin Town, you got to have balls of steel, man. You just got to lay it out there and go. I'm putting the pedal on the floor. I'm going after your base. Stop me if you can.
Yeah.
And there are a couple of choices in there where Michael kind of, both games so far, one of them he got away with it, one of them he didn't, where Michael is kind of breaking a little early, getting into that corner, flinching a little bit when his opponent is presenting a threat that he's not sure he can race.
Getting the hand cams fixed up a little bit while we've got some time between rounds. There we go. That ought to help.
Nice.
We've always been able to have a good look at players' hands when they play their hand over the table, right? And I have signage on the table that tells players specifically if it's on the mat, it's probably on camera. Like, I can't imagine a world where it's not. But as soon as they pull their hands back at certain angles or whatever, it becomes difficult. So the hand cams are really, really nice for that. Now, chat, you guys should be able to make out the occasional bit of chatter going on at the table. I have not got that fixed on our end yet as to why we can't hear that, but I'll keep working on it. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know. I think maybe? Okay, hold on. Oh, wait. There it is. That's way too loud in our ears, though. Let me pull that down a little bit. No, you're good. Let's try that. There we go. That should be much better. Now, you guys may have a harder time hearing them. I'm going to turn them a little up just a smidge here.
All right, we got Michael going first. Looks like he's got some bounties. He's got some ships, kind of what he just generally plays. He's got a Kylo fighter, a strike ship, a TIE bomber, a rich reward. So he's putting the Kylo ship down. Guess he wants to go with the TIE bomber for the extra health. Over on Oscar's side, I see a Chewbacca. Chewbacca's always good in these matchups, but then he immediately puts it down there.
I'm a little surprised at that. I think I would have absolutely kept a Chewbacca.
I play a...
Now, in fairness to Oscar, we've seen how much upgrade hate is in Michael's deck. The Fang Fighters and the Aggressions. So
yeah, you can't kill it, though, can you? Pull up Chewbacca real quick.
You should be able to... You can remove Chewbacca. You can't remove his unit. You can absolutely kill the upgrade itself, though. See? The unit can't be defeated. The upgrade absolutely can.
All right.
All right, so let's start with Dengar, and then an A-Wing, and then another
Feels a little unnecessary there. I might have played something differently. He didn't need the Dengar. I guess he needed the 1, now that I say that. He needed to be able to play something for 1 and something for 1.
I don't think it's that bad a play, right? Because, I mean... When you play Tarkin Town, what are you really after? You're after the ability to knock away your opponent's first opening play, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. Mission accomplished.
Yeah, I was just looking at the difference between getting that first damage on there with Dengar versus Bossk, but if he plays a ship or something for 2, then he doesn't have the ability to also play
the bounty
and get in there for the 1 damage to turn on Tarkin Town. Okay. So he did it right. The man knows his deck better than I do.
It should be very quiet, but if we shut up long enough, what should happen is the player audio should come and kind of take our place, but it still should be more muted than we are. Michael opens with 3 to base here at the beginning of turn 2. I'll keep working on the audio between games. I'm just, again, I've rearranged how that audio feeds into the PC here, so we have made some changes. What did we do here? We did a red 5 followed up by an R2, and then it looks like he put Death Mark on it. Yeah, it's a Death Mark. Pinged it for 2, 1 with Dengar, 1 with Bossk. So already this red 5, 2 damage on it just for sitting on the board. I'm playing around with these audio levels on the players at the table. You guys let me know if it's ever reaching a point that it's distracting or too loud. Because I want you guys to be able to hear them, but not. I don't want them to drown us out.
Ooh, an air superiority. Nice.
I'll go 4.
That's a nice card.
It will do 4 damage to him.
Okay.
So the 4 damage was enough without needing to destroy the pilot. So he was able to get an extra card out of it.
Yep.
And then I get to draw 2 cards from there.
So Michael putting 3 cards in his hand this round.
Reloading.
Yep. Won't be able to put anything onto the board, but we'll pick up initiative here.
So now we get to see if Michael can do anything with all these cards to gain some advantage on this turn.
Started the game over again.
Plenty of time left for these gentlemen. Again, those 25 HP bases tend to make for relatively quick games. Michael able to push out to a very early lead in game 1 and kind of run away with it a bit. But Oscar fighting well over the board and hanging on. He's 33 HP base, carrying him to victory in game 2.
Just going straight for the leader flip here. Daring Oscar to do something about this big guy that I have on the ground.
Yep. Both players pushing some base damage here. Anakin getting in for a couple. Bossk getting in for 4. Oscar, let's see what he's got in his hand. Only 2 cards, it looks like.
A Y-Wing.
It's a Gray Squadron Y-Wing and something else. He's going to ping with Luke there since he got a fighter attack in.
And now we vomit out a bunch of ships for Michael.
Very possibly. One of my favorite cards in the game. That strike ship, and then follow it up with the Gray Y.
There you go. There's your play right there.
Oh, yeah. Let's go. This, to me, is the second best behind the bomber.
Yeah.
Because it's a 3.6 instead of a 3.7. But, man, it hits like a train. And it's got overwhelmed.
And he died
immediately.
immediately.
Oh, no.
Dies immediately.
So no.
That ping play on Oscar's part really did a good job setting this up because it allowed Oscar to take a little bit extra time to give Michael to overstretch so that he could throw that Fang Fighter out there and get away with it.
Yeah.
Now it looks like Oscar's really in the driver's seat here because you got some hits in with the Bossk. The strike ship can probably get in if it needs to.
This is definitely getting away from Michael a little bit because although he's ahead on damage, this is Luke's flip turn. I like this play. We're clearing out the Y-Wing for only 1 return damage. No overwhelm out of it, but still not a bad call.
So now we've got a big old Luke on an
a big, big Luke, ladies and gentlemen.
And that says I can't do anything about it, so I'll just hit you for 4.
Yep. It's going to be a 6-point hit here coming in from this Luke whenever he swings in, whoever he swings at. Oscar's looking like he's got something in his hand we're going to see. Oh, the Adelphi wing.
This is going to be one of those sideboard cards he probably had.
It's very possible.
Just to speed up the play. You get a unit and you get an attack.
Now, he doesn't have the initiative, so he's not getting the bonus. No, he doesn't have initiative there. He doesn't get the bonus. I'm going to make sure the judges hear that.
The judge is standing right there. They just pointed it out.
Okay, good. Yeah, he doesn't have initiative. Okay, good. There is a judge watching the table, sitting there with them, so that's good.
And you spin.
Michael's wishing for a red super laser blast here.
Coming back with a bomber. 3 more to base from Oscar. Michael's got to repopulate his board here, and I think that's going to allow Oscar to claim initiative and go into next round with another big swing out of this Luke.
Luke is really a game-changing leader. If you can't deal with him immediately,
You better get used to seeing him.
you can. Oh yeah.
Oh, when rotation happens, this guy's going to be everywhere, everywhere. And I don't think it's a bad thing because an iconic leader like that should see play.
Yeah.
But he's going to be everywhere.
So what you're saying is Oscar's a trendsetter here.
Maybe. I watched somebody almost a year ago in Denver at the Set 4 Sector Qualifier in Denver. Our very first match of the day was this Luke and ECL.
Nice.
Not yet, Sam. I got to wait for the end of first round before I can pull any stats on leaders and that sort of thing. So it looks like, I think Luke swung to base there. He did. 5-6. He murders the droid missile platform, who passes his indirect back to the Adelphi.
We have damage. The droid missile platform, I want to say, slammed into Luke and didn't get
No,
damage on him.
other way around. Oscar attacked the base, and Luke murdered Luke's ping ability when he attacks. Murdered the missile platform. The indirect went back on the Adelphi.
Yeah, Luke is.
That's the indirect. And now we've got to stay on target out of Michael.
So he only gets 2, right? 2 for the base attack and then 3 indirect?
Yep. 2 to base at a minimum, and then 3 indirect for Oscar to assign.
With the +2.
Oh no, okay.
And it'll be 3 indirect.
So he's gonna clear up the Fang Fighter instead. My apologies. And then Oscar has to share around. Okay, so now, yep, he did put some on the base.
Michael has a lot of work to do here.
Yeah, he's got a long way. He's got a lot of damage to make up with only 8 health on his base, and this Luke sitting in the space arena just pounding him in the face.
Now, one of the things I think Oscar might have missed is getting to 15 on his base, because once you get to 15 on your base, that Anakin Skywalker, that Anakin's thing gets bigger.
Is it any base? I forget.
It's on your base.
He's not at 15 yet.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He could have used some of that indirect to try and.
Oh, I
he,
see your point.
He still then has 18 damage.
I
to
see
live
your
with,
point. That's a
then,
fair point. 4 more out of the Adelphi puts Michael 4 HP from the bottom. A swing out of either one of these space units will end the game for Michael. The only thing Michael can have here that's going to bail him out is an aggression. He can clear. No, he can't clear the Luke with aggression.
Right.
I don't think aggression even bails him out here. I think Michael's cooked.
I mean, he's always got the old table flip. I don't know what was happening, folks. I don't know. The table was gone. We have to play again.
In World of Warships, when you go out by ramming an opponent's ship and killing both of you, we call that using the final torpedo. And I feel like that's kind of what you're suggesting. We're just screw it all.
I would never suggest somebody table flip. I'm just saying that that's an option that's on the table. It's not necessarily a good one.
The judge pointed out he did get the card draw from the stay on target. Oh my goodness gracious! All right.
Take 8.
So let's see. I think he can absorb this.
Yeah, you put 3 there, you put 7 there, and you put 1 there, and then you're done.
He's got to take 8 indirect.
There you go. Every ship comes with at least 1 torpedo.
I mean, honestly, he could put all but one of it on Luke and still be okay.
Yeah.
Luke has 8 health.
Right.
He had 4 if you're doing.
Yeah, he can absorb it, and then literally pick a 1 of 2 units and swing to base, Oscar.
What do you want to kill him with, Oscar?
Yeah. How do you want to do this, as they say on Critical Role? There you go. There it is. Coming from behind, Oscar picking up the win here. Comes from behind with that game 2 and 3 win, and he is our victor here in match number 1 of the day. Let me pull up the right screen. There we go. Nicely done by both players. Oscar's going away with a win here in round 1.